Hello YouTubers, gamers, and random surfers of the interwebs. I am your host, Kyle.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are back with Game Tech News. After taking quite a few months off for a holiday season and some unfortunate schooling events, we are now back to bring you some hopefully more than weekly news for you guys to keep you up to date and plugged in with everything. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. Some of our favorite things that we've missed out on telling you guys over the past few weeks. First of all was the Nintendo Direct featuring nothing but Smash Brothers. So that was pretty exciting. I'm a huge Smash Brothers fan. They announced some new characters like Greninja from the new Pokemon series. They announced that Yoshi will be back. Charizard is of course returning to the game, along with Zero Suit, Samus, and Sheik being standalone characters. Caleb, what do you think is your favorite part about that whole Nintendo Direct and that announcement itself?
Them announcing the new Smash Run thing for the 3DS version.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So Smash Run, it's 3DS exclusive. It's going to be a multiplayer mode where you actually run through a giant dungeon, killing a bunch of different enemies from tons of different games, which is pretty cool. Another little tie-in there. And as you do so, you collect power-ups, and then at the end of the run, you end up doing the 4-player brawl there and using the power-ups you collected to battle each other. So that's going to be very interesting. We're going to be giving away a League of Legends code as well at the end of this video. We will tell you how. It is the code from PAX Prime from last year, which will unlock a skin and character if you do not have them unlocked yet, which will be pretty exciting. So stay tuned on what to look forward to that. Also, just loop back into Smash Brothers. They did announce some release dates on that, which is pretty exciting. We're going to see a summer release for the 3DS version, which means we'll be getting our hands on that one pretty soon. And the Wii U version, unfortunately, won't be out until this fall. So we should see that in time for Christmas. So pretty exciting. I'm going to snag it on release day, but for anyone else, at least you'll be getting that for a holiday gift if you can't snag it on release day. As far as sales are going for the next-gen consoles, Xbox One just hit its 5 million mark, which is pretty exciting. But PlayStation 4 just announced that they did 7 million in sales already. This is a worldwide stat, so they are doing much better there. Xbox One is making quite the step forward, catching up to the PS4 and the US market, which is not a surprise with the release of Titanfall, which has been doing extremely well, and was the top-selling game for March. With Easter just happening this past Sunday, we are, really interested in all the videos we've been seeing online about favorite Easter eggs for games and things like that. So we figured we would give you guys ours. So mine comes from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Back in the PS2 days, also on the 3DS version. Same thing. Tons of Easter eggs in those games, but some of my favorite were with boss battles. Specifically the end. He was extremely awesome if you guys don't know about the game. A little bit of a spoiler alert here. Old guy, he's a sniper. The sniper battle was extremely irritating to play through and things like that. But they had a cool trick that if you actually saved your game and turned your console off for an extended period of time and turned it back on, he would die of old age and you wouldn't have to proceed through the battle. So that was something that was really interesting to me. Really cool that the developers thought to put that in the game. That was probably my favorite Easter egg that I've ever seen in a video game. I know it's not much of something exciting or hidden, but definitely a really cool thing to add to your gameplay. What's your favorite thing you've seen?
Mine is actually from the same thing, but the 3DS version. If you went into this room in the burnt down building at the beginning, you would find a little Yoshi in the room.
Yeah,
and I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, pretty cool that they threw a tie-in along with the Nintendo games in there. You'll actually find them throughout the game also, which is pretty exciting.
I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, and they actually did that with the GameCube remake of the original Metal Gear Solid, where they had a Yoshi statue in the room where he actually fought Gray Fox, I believe, for the first time. Yeah, it was on a computer desk in there, which is pretty cool. So they do a really great job in those games. Another really neat announcement actually just happened today, if we get this video up soon enough. New Skylanders game was announced, and
Trap Team.
yes, so Trap Team will be releasing this fall. Not going to talk much about it because Caleb will actually be doing a video on that for you guys. A lot of new information released and things like that he's super excited about. We'll jump right into the competitor of this series because Disney Infinity actually announced some new stuff, which is really neat. So why don't you go ahead and tell them about that and what that is?
They announced a trailer which was Captain America's shield flying around the level. And then at the end it said bring on the heroes.
That's
so I got really excited for that.
Yep.
I'm excited for Hulk and stuff.
Yeah, so
it said Disney Infinity 2.0.
Yep, so big update for that. Probably not going to be a whole new game, I'm assuming. I'm guessing just an updated series of toys. Another cool thing with Disney acquiring that Marvel license, being able to go ahead and throw those in there. Is there any word on if that's just actual characters or if it's just their weapons coming into the game? Have they announced
everyone's
anything?
saying it's characters.
It is characters? Cool. I hope that's the truth, because I think that'd be a lot of fun to play around with. And some other news, some interesting things for people who are big fans of the PlayStation Home. They're giving another big update to that, which is going to add multiplayer gestures. Things like high fives, chest bumps, and massages, and very personal hugs, which will be interesting. So if you're a PlayStation Home fan, I guess you can look forward to that. I don't know. Kind of weird. Another thing really exciting, Nintendo, not big fans of DLC. They haven't messed with that much. They did make Super Luigi U, which was kind of DLC, kind of a new game. They really wouldn't go that way with it. But they're actually releasing Mario Golf on the 3DS, and it's going to actually have a season pass that you can acquire to download future DLCs. And I believe that's the first time they've ever done a season pass. So pretty neat to see Nintendo go that way. One more step into that digital age. I know they've been really big with actually selling Wii U games digitally. So hopefully they can go ahead and stick with that, and that catches on for them. Another thing for big MMO players, World of Warcraft player for the first time ever has now acquired all 2,057 achievements, which is definitely an achievement in itself. He's a Russian player, can't pronounce his name, but pretty exciting to hear that has finally happened. Put a lot of time into that. A few more things that's going to be going on is consoles have finally released or reached their 6-month time period. So that's both for Xbox One and PS4. They've been out just about that long. So next week we'll be getting a roundtable together, and we're going to be discussing where we think the console is at now in its lifespan, discussing the games and how we think they match up with each other, and also the futures of each console. A lot of developers talking, people stepping out, especially Microsoft, getting in the light and just saying, hey, we're in it to win it this console generation. Sony's saying the same thing, so really interested to see what they're going to bring to the table for E3. And also, PAX East ended. Evolve was the huge game there. If nobody knows what that is, definitely look into it. From the creators of Left 4 Dead. It's actually a 4v1 game where one player starts as a monster and killing different creatures in the environment. They can actually evolve into this huge Goliath monster. The team of 4 tries to take him down the whole time. The Goliath eventually wants to try to either kill the players or destroy some certain type of save point, whether it be like an electrical building or something, to try to win that match. At PAX East, that was the big thing that everyone was talking about. Now that that's over, PAX Prime is about to update their website soon, about to get tickets out. I will be there once again for Game Tech News. So stick with us. It's quite a few months down the road. That doesn't happen until very end of August, but we'll make sure we keep you updated with all the latest stuff from that when we get there. And also, I love this one. Game Boy, 25 years old this week. I loved Game Boy. I grew up with the Game Boy. Favorite games, of course, Mega Man. I loved that one. Remake of the NES version. But being able to take that wherever I go, that was pretty cool. And then, of course, that's what started Pokemon, which, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of. I've wasted way too much time on those games. Of course, that didn't start that long ago, but that was the console that brought it to us and has continued it since then. Seen a lot of Game Boy DS and things like that. So yeah, that about wraps it up. One last thing is a League of Legends giveaway I was talking about. What I want you guys to do is I will have my email address, gametechkyle@gmail.com, linked in the bottom of this video. If you want to go ahead and send me an email telling me what your favorite Easter egg in a video game is, I'm going to go through all my emails and I will search and find one that I really love or haven't seen potentially before. And I'll pick that and I will make sure I get that code sent to you guys. So go ahead and do that. Like I said, my email will be down in the description to send to us. And one last thing, game on!